Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing great. This is gonna be a traditional vlog because I don't really feel like editing too much today because I don't have that much time. I'll be out at a film shoot and I also have to prepare some questions for an interview because I started working for this radio station slash magazine called Hot Chocolate, which is a Georgian magazine, and yeah, basically I'll be one of the foreign correspondents and it's gonna be a fun project. I love the fact that I get to choose whatever I want to talk about, but at the same time I think it should be something that would interest Georgian listeners, so maybe something unusual that you normally wouldn't see in Georgia. Like, for example, one of the topics I'm thinking of picking is about adopting animals at the zoo here in Prague, because I don't think they have that or we have that in Georgia. So yeah, like that will be one of the topics, and a couple. Every time I try to vlog, there's like this either like a police car passing or something with loud sirens going off. So yeah, that sometimes distracts me. I mean, I see little things or I see something flashing and then it completely distracts me. I don't even know why. I should probably concentrate more. Okay, I saw this tag. I think it was a tag. It was started by Juicy Star 07, Blair Fowler, and then it was picked up by Michael Buckley, I think, at some point. And the last one I saw was by Joey Graceffa. By the way, I absolutely love Joey's videos. If you don't know his channel, I mean, you probably do, but just in case you don't, I'm gonna link you down below in the treasure chest. Anyway, so basically what they did is for each year of your school, you make a video. Like, for example, you know, year one, and then you talk about the memories of year one, where you were, what you did, and that sort of thing. And I don't want to do this chronologically. I'm gonna start off with years 3 and 4. I'm not sure when exactly it happened, but yeah, so basically well, the first 2 years I went to Cologne, and then like the third and fourth we moved to Munich. And as some of you know, like those of you who have been watching me, I'm Georgian, and at the age of around 7, I think, I moved to Germany. But I still have, of course, a Georgian passport, and I'm Georgian at heart, and I go there every second year or so in the summer. Like, one summer I go somewhere else, and one summer I go to Georgia. And what did I want to say? Yeah, basically I keep going off into a different direction. But in the 3rd grade, I used to have... No, it was the 4th grade. Yeah, I used to have a crush on my RE teacher. And he was around 28. I was around... I think I was like 12. He used to play songs on his guitar from time to time. I used to be really good at his class. Like, I had straight A's, but I would always talk a lot. Like, I don't know, you know how you talk during class? And at some point the class was kind of getting a bit out of control, so he introduced a new system that for every line, like every time you went over the top with talking or did something silly during the class, you would get a line for it. And for 3 lines you would get extra work, like extra homework or whatever. So at some point I started talking, and yeah, so he gave me a line. And at the end of the class, I walked up to him and I was like, you know, oh, I'd absolutely love to do the punishment work anyway, so I just did it. And he gave me like a huge page. I remember it was huge because it was written in tiny letters, and for someone around that time, it was quite a lot of written work. So I had to copy the, I don't know what you call it in English, but it's called Der barmherzige Samariter, the kind Samaritan, I think. I'm not sure how you call that in English, but I had to copy a page of that. So yeah, I mean, I think in the end it did me more good than harm. But oh, this is getting so long already. I wanted to... What else? Oh, and actually I want to also mention that it has something to do with him, that like it's actually one of my most embarrassing moments, but it's not as embarrassing now. It's rather silly when I think back about it, but it was kind of embarrassing in that moment. Basically, I used to have a huge crush on him. And you know, as I tend to talk about everything because I just love to share everything, and I don't really think about the consequences sometimes. I told a couple of people, and they told a couple of people, and at some point everyone knew about it. And I was like, you know, just don't tell him. So in the middle of the class, someone just says it, you know, like Anna has whatever, Anna is absolutely in love with you or something. And then, oh my god, that was so embarrassing. So after the class, he came up to me and he's like, Anna, is this true? And you know, I can't really lie sometimes. So I think I said yes, I'm not sure, or something along those lines. And because it was, I didn't exactly say yes, but you know, then I just ran off. Luckily it was the end of the class, and yeah, it just felt so bad. And then luckily we had holidays, so I didn't really get to see him quite a while. And then, you know, we just had classes again, and it was back to normal, and things were more or less forgotten, I think. Not sure. And what I like, we used to have these, it's called Poesie album, like a book where you write, like where each person fills something in, and some of them tend to have things like favorite, I don't know, favorite book, favorite musician, and some of them tend to be a bit more freestyle, like they're just open. You have just like a page and you fill it in, like friendship books or whatever. And he filled mine out, but he kept, and you stick your photo in and everything. I wonder where that is. Maybe at some point I'll show you. I have it somewhere, but I'm not sure. I think it's, I'm getting distracted again. I think it's in the cellar with my other stuff. Yeah, so he kept forgetting to bring it. So at some point, I mean, he said that he signed it and everything and wrote something into it. It was something really beautiful he wrote into it, but what was it? It was a poem by Wolf Biermann, and it's called Wann ist endlich Frieden? I'm gonna subtitle maybe. So I'm gonna just, as far as I can remember, I'm gonna just say the poem, I guess. Wann ist endlich Frieden in dieser irren Zeit? Das große Waffenschmieden bringt nichts als großes Leid. Es blutet die Erde, es hungern die Völker, es weinen die Kinder, es droht großer Tod. Es sind nicht die Bomben, es sind nicht die Ketten, es ist der Mensch selbst, der den Menschen bedroht. So that was like the poem. Over the years, well, at some point I promised that I would write a card when I'd moved to Prague, but unfortunately I think he moved out of the school, and then I kind of lost touch, and because I had made this promise that I would write him a postcard, I don't know, like, you know how when you promise something you have to do it? I mean, that's always how I feel about saying things, like I have to really do this. Even after years, I feel like sending him a postcard. I mean, I don't have like these feelings for him or whatever, but yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you around. I know this is just